It's that time again, Friday Night Meta, our weekly series here on the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always, as we break down the Aftermath, March of the Machines, the Aftermath set here, because we do have some changes and some tweaks to the meta going on, and a full first week. No problems anymore this week if you caught last week's episode with the naming convention here for these decks, as always, because now there's a lot more information. So thank you for tuning in. As always, down below we have the timestamps where we break down each of the formats, best of one, best of three, give you the latest and greatest decks to help improve your game, keep you on top of your game, whatever it is, you name it, we got it here. With that, if you got a question or comment throughout today, you let me know. I love to hear from you as always, and come swing by the Discord server and say hi to the community there as well. So let's get moving here. We got standard best of one. So here we got mono white humans at the top of the list. We got Azura soldiers finally succumbing to that as well. Mono red aggro, Selesnya enchantments, mono red burn, 5-color domain, Rakdos midrange, that mono blue tempo creeping back in there. On the right here, you can see a little bit of a shift in that popularity with Selesnya enchantments being the top played, then followed by everything else. Now, as we scroll down here in terms of that popularity, there's where we start to see that shift. Additionally, here on the right, that mono white human still maintains the highest win rate. We do see Azura soldiers falling. We see Selesnya enchantments coming up, mono red aggro maintaining, and mono red burn starting to come up with Selesnya enchantments. That makes a little bit of sense because as you burn off a lot of those enchantment creatures, you really shut that deck down. So those are some things to think about there in terms of that play. So that is at an aggregate level. Let's go ahead and look at the more competitive space up in the Mythic. Here we got a few changes with Rakdos midrange moving in there and mono red burn moving around and Selesnya enchantments falling down a little bit. And you can see how these things have moved around as well, a little bit tighter on that top end in terms of some of the competitive nature of those lists. All right, so that is best of one at its fullest. Let's check out best of three. We have 5-color Reanimator there now at the top of the list. Esper Legends still close, 5-color domain, 5-color lists all over the place. Orzhov midrange, Rakdos midrange, mono red aggro, Grixis midrange, and Selesnya enchantments. And then on the right here, you can see that popularity in terms of played, really the top 4 dominating there. Here again, you can see that popularity. And again, with that set, you see Rakdos midrange going poof, falling off. Huge changes there. Very important to see. And then Esper Legends coming out strong, falling down and starting to come back. So lots of things happening there. Let's go ahead and look at the Mythic space. Mythic, we got 5-color Reanimator, Rakdos midrange, Esper Legends, 5-color domain, and Grixis midrange, really dominated by those 3 at the top there in terms of what's going on for our standard best of 3. All right, let's go over now to Alchemy. Alchemy, here's what we got going on. Mono red aggro, mono black control, mono red burn, 5-color Reanimator, and again, you can see mono red still dominating. We do have that burn popping in there that wasn't quite as popular before, now a little bit more, and 5-color Reanimator. Mono black moving up as well in terms of what we're seeing, and then similar as we have our win rates. Let's go ahead and look at Mythic, mono red aggro. That's the deck to be on, my friends. All right, there we go. Best of 3. We have Grixis midrange, 5-color Reanimator, and mono red aggro there in the best of 3. Really dominated by those 3. And let's see if there's anything in the Mythic slot. Grixis midrange. Should only be playing Grixis midrange. All right. Now we are off to Historic. Any changes in Historic? Yes. Bant Hammer time. I love it. We have Bant Hammer time. Hammer time. Love it. So that is now the #1 deck popping in there. Mono red aggro, Zora's Control, Rakdos midrange, Izzet Wizards, Dimmer Mill, 5-color Reanimator, mono green elves. And on the right here, we got Izzet Wizards, mono green elves, Rakdos midrange, Zora's Control. And then you can see that Izzet Wizards falling off. And then again, that Bant Hammer time moving up. And then Esper Affinity doing well, and Izzet Wizards still maintaining. We do see Rakdos midrange moving up, probably in direct with everything else that's moving there in terms of the wins. All right, here we go. Mythic, Izzet Wizards? Is it Wizards, as we always say? All right, let's go to best of 3. Here we got 5-color Reanimator, Zora's Control, 4-color Control. In terms of some of really the key decks lists going on here, not as many people playing Historic, best of 3 right now, but you can see a lot of these trending. 5-color Reanimator doing very, very well there in terms of those win rates, so we'll keep an eye on that. And I'm going to assume probably they're at Mythic. Nope, not enough. All right, not enough of you playing best 3 Historic. Let's check out Explorer. There we go. Mono white, Selesnya, mono red, Abzan, Rakdos, 5-color, and Azorus. Still having the same things as before. Probably mono white humans in there. We'll leave it at that. Let's check out best of 3. Here we go. 5-color fires, mono green devotion, dimmer rogues, Rakdos midrange, rocking it. Followed by mono green devotion. Here on the bottom, you can see that mono white humans winning, followed closely by 5-color fires and Rakdos sacrifice. All right, let's squeak into Mythic. We do have dimmer rogues and mono green devotion. A lot of the key decks there for Explorer. All right, look at that. All right, we're gonna move all the way now into Historic Brawl. What do we got going on at Brawl this week? Ragavan still at the top, even though Itali and Emoti, Atroxa and Atroxa are more popular than Ragavan, so that didn't happen last week. Now we do have Narset in there, and then you got Atroxa Grand Unifier, Rusko's back in, Itali, Primal, Emoti, Forniclex, Narset, and Atroxa, and then you can see this Itali really starting to come down in terms of popularity, and Emolti spiking up. Look at that. Good job on that. Getting some win rates moving up as well. We see some of these other ones starting to fall off in terms of Ragavan, Atroxa, and Rusko, or whatever you want to pronounce it as, in terms of what's happening. Nice to see those changes, as always, when it comes to Historic Brawl as well. So that concludes our fast-paced Friday night meta this week. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your support as always. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community, giving you the latest and greatest decks here in terms of our weekly series. And thank you to all the members as always too. If you had a question or comment throughout today's episode, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and feel free to swing by the Discord server. With that, we also have a ton of these deck lists available to you here on the channel, a ton of content available to you as well, and other great ways to stay connected. If you happen to have a question, give me a shout. With that, until next time, stay safe, take care. We got a ton more Magic the Gathering content headed your way as always. Mythras out of here. Good luck.